Yep. We are on episode, I think 39 of the podcast, and I'm over here tired as after a double. So I'm sorry to pop an episode out at you guys so randomly one day, even though I did have this plan for today. But welcome to episode 39 of the podcast. Thank you for everybody for joining. And I'm gonna introduce my guest. Well, this one, she's a little bit nervous because this is her very first podcast, I believe.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me this is your very first podcast?
I mean, yeah, I'm small on the internet, I'm a little speck. I don't know people with podcasts.
Being very small. Anyway, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being like small and stuff like that. I think small will build up more, but
Yeah.
in my opinion, at least. But anyway, my guess, in my opinion, she's very good at getting, all the gaming playthroughs out. Like, she's still a rookie and all that. She's still getting there, even though she really thinks that, she really thinks that her playthroughs are okay, which I think they're pretty good because, I played the games that she played before. And her gaming profiles and everything is MeaIsOnline. You can follow her on YouTube, Instagram. Please don't be a creep because I don't want her to DM me talking about, oh, your peeps are a creep. Anyway, we got MeaIsOnline as a guest. Welcome. But
Hi.
what do you want the people to call you?
You can call me Mia.
Yeah, that's another way I was thinking.
Or
Look at
were you
me
saying
effing
my
up.
name wrong?
No, I was actually saying Mia at first when I first met you, but
Hmm.
then just now I said May is online because MEA.
Yeah.
Mia, I'm used to MIA, not the
Yeah,
MEA.
it's that's what's crazy is that it is spelled MEA, so it's literally Mia, but like, if you don't if I'm like meeting you in person, I say, "Oh, my name is Mia," then like they'll automatically think MIA. But then it's when I like people that I know and will be following each other and it's like say like somebody will like respond to my Instagram story and then be like, "Huh, Maya, you're so funny." You see that it's spelled MEA, right? You have to click on my name and you see that it's spelled MEA and you still said MIA.
Oh,
But I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe it was autocorrect. But it's just wild. I'm like, oh, I thought we were like this, and you call me Maya.
the way you just explained it just now, I feel like you're not gonna give nobody the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not gonna give anybody the benefit of the
Here's the thing, you kind of added three more stories in between that same echelon. I was like, yeah, she's gonna kill you either way just doing that.
doubt. No, that's another thing. Nice to meet you. I will
Yeah,
tell the three stories in one. And my brain moves super fast. So
to meet you, we already
no,
we
but I
are,
say like that's a thing that I do. If I'm like, it'll be somebody that I know, and they're like, "Oh, you sing a lot," or like, "You have a song for everything." I'm like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mia, and I have a song for everything." Or, "Nice to meet you. I'm Mia, and I am a certified yapper." So like, I'll say a million stories in one, and I don't know if anything I say really makes sense, but I'm trying. I'm trying.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being a yapper. It's just like, being a yapper around the wrong crowd of people is it's the the thing I kind of think about because for me, I'm a goddamn yapper. But for me, I kind of just been a yapper around the wrong people and everything. And I kind of just learned that, the hard way. So like sometimes I'm not even a yapper in front of my own family unless that subject interests me. But at the end of the day, I'm usually quiet to tell about that. And so it, it ain't nothing wrong with being a yapper, but at the end of the day, I already know how this episode's gonna go because like we're gonna go completely sidetrack, which happens. Because
Yeah.
we can pretty much talk about everything. Like, you got the cat ears headphones, which I assume change different color and all that.
Yeah, they change colors. One full
And
gamer girl with this.
oh, you got the hair with the yellow string braids right there. I kind of noticed that, I forgot that you already did that a couple days ago or weeks ago, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I noticed you starting to do YouTube and stuff. I mean, we both still rookies in this freaking thing, even though I'm not really expecting an echelons of fame from this, honestly. But
Yeah.
like what kind of got you like just to, you know, do what's the word I'm looking for? Do YouTube in general.
So I don't know, like I work in like I don't know, it's my job is pretty boring and semi-important and I've just been like I'm just sitting at a desk all day and ever since I was little I felt like I should be doing not necessarily more or that I'm like destined for more, but like I've always loved to entertain people and like I used to dance and I still kind of do and so that's something that I do want to do is like start posting like dance videos. But I used to like I loved the feeling of being on stage and making people laugh like and just doing stuff like that. So like being at my job for so long, I was just like I feel like empty, like something's missing. And so, and I get in my head a lot, like I'll start something and then never finish it, which is why I no longer dance.
I
Exactly.
noticed.
Yeah, so like exactly why I no longer dance and why I was also like really inconsistent with posting because I would be like yeah, I can do it. And then I'll get in my head and be like, no, you can't. You're going to fail. Like, I didn't go to college. I didn't really try hard to go to school. I didn't like, I'm at my job and I've been at my job for like almost 7 years now because I'm scared to move on. And so I'm just like, I need to get out of my head and really like just go for it. So that's what like inspired me to like finally just like upload the video, and try not to be too like, you know, perfect about it because like I watch like YouTubers, like my favorite YouTubers, and like all their videos are like beautiful, like HD and have perfect editing and thumbnails. And I'm like, I'm recording on my phone, like literally right now. I use my phone as a camera and I'm broke. I'm like negative $100 in my account. Oh my gosh. Anyways, and just like, yeah. So I'm just like, I just do it, just do it. And this year, everybody says every year, new me, but like I really am trying to get into that mindset of the whole new year, new me and constantly like put out content, like no more like record and then post something and then not post anything else for like 3 months. Like I'm like really back to back. Like I just finished editing my next Spider-Man video yesterday and it's literally already uploaded. It's just in private because I need to upload the thumbnail and other stuff. So like that's already ready to go. And then as soon as I'm done with this, um I might record another video. And so I'm like, I'm just trying to get it out. But same thing like what I was saying about like not being too like perfect about everything. It's like I just posted a TikTok today and I edited on CapCut and I forgot to take the CapCut part out. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, I just risked getting sick because I was dancing in the rain and I forgot to edit the full video. And I'm like, it's okay. We live and we learn. I'm still little, like I said, still little. And yeah, so that's really it. Just trying to get out of my comfort zone.
I mean, there's nothing wrong get out of your comfort zone, but the perfect part, you know what I'm about to say about that
Yeah.
part. Listen, when it comes to that part, that's technically called being yourself, and everything.
Hmm.
Which is nothing wrong with, you know, doing a lot of things that you want to do in order to what's the word I'm looking for?
What is the
Uh,
word? And why does it burn? Hmm.
it's like it's nothing wrong with like trying to exhilarate, you know, different move sets in order to, at least trying something new because obviously, everybody's not going to be in the echelons of, hey, I could do this.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can better myself at that. Because, not everybody's going to be perfect at anything. I learned that the hard way. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, I can't do this part. And
Yeah.
then when it came to this type of thing or just gaming in general, I'm just like, okay, maybe I can do this type of thing. And then I'm literally 3 seasons in with this one. And I'm just like, okay, I can do this.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna do a lot of episodes almost all the time, but I can do this type of thing. But at the end of the day, as long as you feel like you know you can do this, I mean, obviously things happen when, if you feel like you was gonna upload something and then you just like, you know what, change the plans. I'm too lazy to do this. Like things like that happen. But
Yeah.
you kinda gotta like, stick to a game plan. Obviously, you got a game plan and all this other stuff too on what you want to do. And it also goes in the form of, the type of people that you want to bring to. Because obviously, you have a certain audience that you think, to aim for and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out like what my audience is. So far, it's like, because obviously it's like my friends and family, like close circle that support me, so they're gonna like watch whatever I upload. But then there's like people that came into my channel from me like reacting to Spider-Man stuff, and they like are here for the Spider-Man content. So I'm like trying to think like, oh, am I going to slowly transition into just being a full-time Spider-Man like account, or like, because there's like things that I'd like to do. Like I said, I wanted to do like dance videos. I love K-pop, so I want to react more to K-pop stuff. I want to do like movie commentaries and obviously I do love like superheroes in general and anime, and but I'm a huge Marvel fan and Spider-Man is everything to me. So I'm like, maybe like I will do a lot of Spider-Man centered videos. So I'm just like, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out what my audience is. But like my biggest video was like me reacting to the Spider-Man 2 gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
And that it was just like crazy to me because like seeing that I was like, oh, like I wasn't expecting that. And then everybody's like watching my video and they were commenting like, oh, you hate Miles. I'm tired of the Miles hate wagon. I'm like, bro, I never said anything. I hate Miles. I love Miles. I'm so sorry. But like, and so it was a lot. Like, and I wasn't used to it because I'm used to having like a small following. And that's what kind of like what I want too. And then obviously slowly like build up so that can be like my main source of income or whatever. But right now it's mostly just like I'm doing it for fun. And I'm not trying to be like this big influencer content creator. Like I'm good with like a certain amount of followers and subscribers. Like I just want to be comfortable. Like I'm really not trying to look into anything extravagant. So, but yeah, I don't know. How did you find me? Because like I
Um,
said, like I don't know where my subscribers or like people come from.
to be honest, I'm trying to remember. I literally remember when the Spider-Man 2 gameplay trailer came out, and I was just typing in, looking at different people's reactions and everything, which I enjoyed doing and stuff like that too, because I was waiting for this game to come out
Hmm.
longer than anybody. I mean, not really, but I was waiting for the game to come out too.
Yeah.
And then when I was finished looking at everybody, I was about to pop off of YouTube. I saw yours, I think, because you put yours out late, if I remember.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
always late to everything. It was probably like I think
yeah,
maybe like a few days late.
yeah, like I think I was on YouTube looking at it again, and then that was a few days later, and then I was about to get off the app, and then I was like, who's this? And I see you check out the thing, and then when you mentioned the Miles thing, I don't know what the heck they was obliterating you for Miles for, but
All I said was like, I'm a Peter Parker Goyle. I do love me some Peter Parker. And so I was just like, oh, can I switch to Peter now? And I think I might have said I didn't really care for the Miles game. Like I did like it. It was good, but like I I just like wasn't like, really into it like I was with the first game. And then so like people just like came for me like that. And I was like, I never said that I hated Miles. It's like you can say that like, oh, I love waffles. And somebody be like, oh, so you hate pancakes. You're racist towards pancakes. I'm like, I never said that. Um, what? So yeah, that's how it was. I'm like, bro, I swear I love Miles Morales. Let the record show I love Miles.
for me, don't get me wrong, as an African American dude who loves African American representation and stuff like that. I love Miles with a passion, but at the end of the day, it's not just about Miles. Like,
Hmm.
he had his game and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you're not even finished with the game. So so at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, it gotta be two characters that get representation. Mary Jane
Yeah.
gotta get representation, Miles gotta get representation, Peter gotta get
Hmm.
representation. He gotta be a dipshit in the process, but
I oh, go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, no, no. What was you about to say?
I was just like, I have finished the game.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I just haven't finished it on my channel, but I did finish the game. So I know exactly like what happens and everything, which I feel bad about because I wanted to play it when it came out and then I wanted to play it when everybody was talking about it, but then I just never got around to it. And so like everything, I'm late. So, but I definitely I know exactly what's going on. But yeah.
At the time when I told you, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this freaking game!" Then you saw my message and like that. I was like, "Yeah, she finished this game. There's no way she's gonna record this. There's no way
Yeah.
she's gonna record this." And like, because like basically, this is just a second playthrough of the game, pretty
It
much.
is. It is. And it's like why like I want to I'm that a reason why I'm really trying to like blast through it like now is so I can start another game because when I first started my channel, I was playing two games at once. It was the first Spider-Man and it was Portal. And I never finished my Portal gameplay and I don't really plan on going back to it. But now what I'm trying to do is focus on one game at a time. So I'm like, I want to blast through this and then I'm going to go to possibly Red Dead Redemption 2 because my friend bought it for me. Yeah. My friend was like, "You need to play the game. It's the greatest game ever." And then I was like, "You need to play Spider-Man." He was like, "I'll play it eventually." And I was like, "Well, I'll play Red Dead eventually." And he was like, "Okay, well, if I buy it for you, will you play it?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm legally obligated to. If you bought it for me and I don't do anything with it, I'm gonna feel really bad. So I will, and I'll play it on my channel." So I'm trying to like get through Spider-Man so I can play Red Dead and see what the hype is all about.
I mean, I'm gonna let you know this because like I play Red Dead. The story will mess you up. I'm just letting you
That's what everybody says. Ah!
Like, don't get me wrong. If I thought Spider-Man messed me up, and then when I played Red Dead back in 2018, like that literally messed me up. And then with Portal, that kind of hurts me a little bit that you ain't gonna go back to it because Portal was my jam back in '08.
Yeah, I do love Portal. That's why I started my channel with it, is because like growing up, I knew it when the second one came out. And like I would play it with my brothers and we'll play co-op. And I was like, wow, Portal 2 is like so cool, but I never played the first one. And
Mhm.
so what my plan was to like play the first game for the first time and I'll do that like on my channel and that's exactly what I was doing and I had a video that I had recorded like it's probably been like 2 years and I just never uploaded it and I still like don't really like I don't know maybe eventually I'll go back to it or maybe start it all the way over like in some time but like I do love Portal and I did want to play the second one, but I was like, no, let me play the first one for the first time because this is actually new to me because I was also playing Spider-Man and I already have beaten, by the time I played that Spider-Man game, I had already beaten it to 100% twice. And I was like, I need to play games I've never played before, like, so I can be more like, I don't know what the word is, surprised? I don't know, but I, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, so that's what my plan is. Red Dead, maybe go back to Portal, but there's like games. I'm trying to also stay away from like horror games because I'm the biggest scaredy cat in the entire world and I'll have nightmares and cry. So
I
yeah.
mean, then yeah, you really shouldn't be playing Outlast then if you got if yeah, you shouldn't be playing that game then if you're legit like a scaredy cat because that game's a different ball game.
Yeah, actual certified scaredy cat. Like, I'm a scaredy cat. Ooh. But anyways, literally like something that's like not that scary to somebody was actually horrifying to me. So like I could watch like I'll be watching Ghostbusters. I will close my eyes, cover my eyes watching Ghostbusters. I can't do it. I can't do it.
But why Ghostbusters is the thing, and it's not even it's that scary of a movie.
Exactly. That's literally the point I'm making. It's not that scary of a movie, but it's still super scary to me. And I'm like, I'm yeah, I'm shivering in my boots at the smallest thing. And so I'm like, if I was to not watch, play a horror game, I would be literally crying. And I used to watch like a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's like gameplay, like watching like, binge Markiplier, but I would only like do it at work because I'm not actually paying attention to it. It's like playing in the background. But and then my coworkers came and they were like, oh, well, I told him what I was watching, and I was like, I feel like I can play the first FNAF. Like, I'm chilling. I've seen it enough to know what happens. Like, I'm not gonna get jump scared. And then so my friend was like, all right, bet. So he gave me his phone, and I was literally holding the phone like all the way over here. And I was like, and then before I could even do anything, I turned the game off and gave him his phone back. Cause like I can't do it. Never mind. I thought I could. I definitely cannot. I nope.
Well,
No.
well, sucks to be you because Five Nights at Freddy's is on PlayStation now, so yeah. So you on your own with that one because one, I used to be the same way with Five Nights at Freddy's too, but I was like, okay, the more I'm playing this game, I kind of getting a brash understanding of everything. And it's just like, oh, it ain't that easy. Now, we really test my patience with Outlast because like I'm not used to scary games with the scary asylum stuff and everything too.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, this game is a different ball game. And then the DLC Whistleblower came out, then Outlast 2, and then Outlast 3 is getting ready to come out. I'm just like, oh no,
Oh
I
no.
can't do that. So, like scary games I try not to do too. Like even some regular games I played before kind of always gets me, and I'm just like, why am I doing this just to just to throw myself off? And I'm just like, okay, I should not be doing this, but yet here I am doing it.
Here I
But
am doing it.
but yeah, that kind of like just comes up with another point of because you said you still dance or you used to dance?
So like not professionally, like so when I was in high school, I used to be a competitive dancer. Like I would go to the studio, I took classes, like I was on the dance team at my high school and I was on the like a competitive dance team like at a studio. And then after I graduated, that kind of like stopped. But I don't technically like dance regularly, but like I'll dance around. Like I'll get up and like bust a move and like I'm constantly dancing around at work. And there's like
Mhm.
this thing like at my job, like we use um it's kind of like Facebook. It looks like Facebook. But anyways, like my bio, I literally wrote like because I'm a supervisor. And so like I wrote like supervising the docks and dancing around the warehouse. And that's literally like what I do is I stay blasting music and dancing around the warehouse, dance around at home, everywhere, in the street. It doesn't really matter. So like I still dance, but I don't dance. And I'm trying to make that a goal of mine as well, is to like go take some dance classes at least once a month, but that costs money and I already told you earlier, -$100 in my bank account. So I'm trying to make the time and put money aside to do that because I do miss the feeling. It's like such an amazing feeling. Like I hate working out. I try to go regularly to the gym, I'm a little gym girly,
Mhm.
but I'm dying when I'm in there and trying to like lift weights and do cardio, but I could then dance for like 3 hours straight. So I'm like, "Oh." So I do miss that a lot. And I'm again back to what I was saying earlier about getting out of my own head because that was something that would keep me from like wanting to move on. Like my mom would be like, "Oh, go on, so you think you could dance? You should be a backup dancer for blah blah blah. You should do this, that, and the other." I don't know. I would just get overwhelmed and just think I wasn't good enough and see people that are like better than me and be like, "Oh, I'm not as good as them, so I'm not going to even try." And
Mhm.
which is a very bad mindset to have. And I'm working on that. But Yeah, so I'm really trying not to let that affect me. So not be bothered by NPCs, you know? So
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of a question on one thing. You used to do competitive back in high school and some other places. That technically means that you did do professional.
that yeah, so I guess I'm a professional dancer, you know, something light, but yeah.
Yeah, you are. If you are.
Thank you.
But but because me, I used to do that, but I'm just like, okay, but if you competed and all that, you technically are. But it's like I understand like what is not easy and the dedication to this type of thing is yeah, the dedication is very, very, very annoying, but it's just like it's a process and stuff like that. Because like for me, it's just like it's already a process working overnight and then like working
Hmm.
like every week, getting paid every week, which is I'm still getting used to, but it's like it really gets annoying stuff like that because I do hospitality work and
Hmm.
everything. And I've usually had my whole career in hospitality, and then like well, overnight, I usually have the day to myself. I was like, okay, I can do this and everything.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I it's some things I just can't do. But I get
Yeah.
what you mean by that. But but yeah, in regards to like, you know, because obviously a couple minutes ago you was explaining like, your future stuff that you want to do for your channel and stuff like that, besides the
Hmm.
gaming
Hmm.
and dancing stuff. You said it was other stuff too.
So yeah, dance. Also, wait, I don't want to like gloss over the part that you said you used to dance. So you be getting down, you know? Ah,
Madam, this is not my episode.
but I'm just, you know. Bring
I'm
it
a,
back.
I'm a,
Hold
I'm a,
on.
I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna ask you this one question.
Mm.
Have you seen the movie Magic Mike?
No.
Look at that, and you kind of understand where I'm coming from. Now, in regards to that part, regular dancing, dancing in a dance studio, doing dance competitions, like yeah, that was a stature of mine. But my main go-to was around that area. But anyway, this is not about me. You
Okay.
continue.
So, like I was saying, dance videos. I want to do movie commentaries or like, watch shows and like commentate on stuff like that. And cosplay. But like really I'm really interested in like movie commentaries because like I don't know, I want to make content that I like to see. And I think that's what everybody does. I feel like that's like the type of stuff that you want to do. Like I try not to follow the trends really because like even though I know that will get me views and I should do that, it's more of like I don't know, I don't want to watch this. I want to like so I'm going to make content that I like to watch and there's going to be people out there that feel the same. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, there's something for everybody," you know? And
I love.
so that's like kind of what I want to do. It's like I like doing this thing, so I'm gonna record myself doing this thing, and I like doing that thing, so I'm gonna record myself doing that thing. Anyways, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with following the trend. Don't you dare get up. I'm talking to my dog. Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit.
Sit down.
But
Don't
there's
tell me
nothing
what to
wrong
do.
with following a trend. It just depends on what notion you want to go with
Yeah.
excuse me, what notion you want to go with that type of trend. Because for me, I will follow a trend, but at the end of the day, it's going to be it's going to be
It's
going to
gonna
be
be electric.
I mean, this cosplay thing. Um, it's going to be mighty annoying following a trend because some of these trends can be good, some of these trends can be bad,
Yeah.
even though majority of these trends are bad. It's just like I'm not trying to set that type of example for people
Hmm.
and for future people as well because I can make a situation way worse than her, even if the situation is not my fault.
Mm.
Mm. It's just like, I could I already have my friend I already have my friend Jamon explain this to you better than me, but like let's say for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say for an example, I was let's say for example I was falsely accused of something, right? Let's just say that as an example, right?
You said you were falsely accused,
Yeah,
but you were right?
let's just say that as an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which that has happened. Did
Hi,
you say that?
doggy.
But which has happened before. When the moment I found out the thing, I knew that wasn't true. I will take things a step further, even when it should not have gone a step further. And I will be blunt. It will be some instances where it's just like, yeah, I should not have done that, but it happened. But it's just like, okay, with me, sit down. Like with me, it's like, okay, how can I do that for my own content? How can I do that for my own thing? Because like that's what I kind of just brand myself into my own content. Like, what can I do for my own stuff that can keep, people entertained as well? Because there's a lot of things that can keep people entertained.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we got to figure out, like, hey, what can keep people entertained? What can keep people in depth? And like I said before, I do this just for the fun for me and the people that do get entertained by the stuff I talk about. Because if you look at the stuff before, oh my Lord, we talk about the craziest of things. But it's just like I make this type of thing to talk about what the guests I have on, what they want to talk about and all that. That's why I was just like, don't you dare make this about me, because it's not about me.
It's about
It's like,
me.
yep,
Uh,
it's about you. It's not about me, because I can go up all day about me, but I'm not that cynical of a person like that. But at the end of the
mhm.
day, it's like, okay, how can I make this person, you know, feel better about yourself? Because when I first met you, you wasn't that, passionate about this YouTube thing because you're still going through the ropes about it. And
Mhm.
like you're passionate about it now, but you're still nervous on how you're gonna go. Don't think trust me, it was that easy to notice. But it's like, you're getting better at that and all thing. It's just like, you still know how people are just gonna react. I mean, to be honest, all you gotta do is just like go with the flow because
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna say this from an old saying, like, and I just posted this in my story and I know you've seen it. Mm, uh it's just like not everybody's going to like certain stuff or certain content you do. And
Hmm.
that's okay. You just gotta do what you gotta do for love and everything, and hopefully no other dudes hits on you for no apparent reason at all. But it's just like, yeah, it's just like the funny thing, I be so nonchalant when it comes to just meeting people. Not all females are like this. I'm gonna get this out the way now.
Hmm.
But it's just like if I talk to you and just say hello and then like, I'm not gonna constantly message you just to get a reaction from you. That's a different story from you because we're good friends. But it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna keep constantly messaging you just to get a reaction because you gonna so like certain ladies are gonna think so and be like, oh, he's just
Hmm.
doing this to get a reaction, stuff like that. I was like, ma'am, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. You think I'm doing this for a reaction? No, I got better things to do than that. I've been getting a lot of hate for that statement, but I'm not wrong. Like if male male or female wise, if they got better things to do and they got a game plan lined up like you do, like they're
Hmm.
not gonna care. Like obviously you care about your family, you care about your close friends and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not in that echelons yet, but it's just like obviously, that was a joke, but
Oh,
obviously,
I'm sorry.
but, obviously, I'm not in that echelon yet because you're still gonna know me as a person. But
Yeah.
it's like, obviously you got friends and family that you care for, but at the end of the day, you got certain ground laws that you want to have. Because we could talk about this as a topic, like how many dudes hit on you daily?
Daily? I don't, none. Dep-
Like what
One,
cat?
but it depends on the day. Like I could go a day without like not being hit on.
I know. But you just kind of capped a little bit. You was like none, and then you was like depends on what day.
I didn't say none. I
Mhm,
said
mhm,
that's what I said. I didn't say
mhm.
none. I said
Mhm.
it depends on the
Okay, okay,
day.
okay, 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 okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make this into a topic right now because
Oh my. Uh-huh.
it's kind of funny right now. But did you initially think that I was gonna do that? I'm just curious. Like,
Hit on me?
hmm
I mean, it like I guess not initially, but like it's like I messaged you this before. We talked about it. It's like, um all like not all bees will sting you, but they all have the ability to. And then so like after a certain point, it's like you start to be more cautious around people and around like people of the opposite gender. And so it's not so much of like I was expecting you to or like waiting for you to. It was more, oh, you getting your dog. Can I pet that dog? What the dog doing?
hold on a second. Don't wag your tail at me. Stop.
Hammer
Okay.
time.
Mhm.
Mm. Music hits
Continue.
me so hard, makes me sick. Oh my Lord, thank you. Oh, sorry. But yeah, it's more of like after a while you get more cautious about it. And so it's like I wasn't expecting you to hit on me. I wasn't really waiting for you to hit on me. It was more just like, you know, what are your intentions? I just want to know what your intentions are because it can be like it's happened too many times where I'll be friends with somebody and I'm like always looking for friendship. Like, I don't know, I just want everybody to be happy and be nice to each other. And so, like, I'm very like nice and treat everybody the same. And so, if I'm like talking to a guy and that's like bestie, there's in like multiple times where like they'll say, oh yeah, I'm just your friend, or like I don't want anything, but then like they start, you know, trying to riz me up. And I was like, what happened, bro? Like I was genuinely trying to be friends. And then I'll tell them like we can be just friends. And they're like, that's not what I want. And then they'll like ghost me. And I'm like, okay, well, you should have said that from the beginning so we could have like avoided all of this and not waste time. That's like what my thing is that I don't want to waste time. So it's just that. Like I want to know what your intentions are from the get-go. So
I was not going to tell you how long you threw me off when you told me that. I was like, damn. I was like, pretty sure I made my intentions in the first message that I sent, but it's cool. And then when you messaged me that, I think I left you on scene for like a day or two, I remember. When you messaged me, no, 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 I did not. Um, when you messaged me that, I was like, oh boy, here we go.
but that's like another thing. It's like, I don't know, I be chilling, but yeah, and I stay chilling. But you always bring it up. You just brought it up right now. So as I'm just like, I believe you. I believe you.
I'm the type of person that will continuously bring up something. I was like, hey, you remember this? Because one,
This
you're
you?
not gonna. I was like, you're not gonna sit here and then hit me with something. And I'll be like, yeah, well, that's not what that said. So,
Hmm.
and then that's why I was like, when you told me that what my intentions was, I was like, man, I got better things to do than to hit on you for no reason. Then that's why I'm saying, like, if the connection is seemingly there,
Hmm.
then I would just be like, yeah, I would just be like, what the hell is he doing? I would just be like, okay, like let me be, like her best friend and all that. Like let me
Let's
treat her
see.
like a sister and stuff like that. Cause like that's what my intentions are. Like, like
Hmm.
a friend, best friend and all that and everything. But like, when it comes to that type of relationship dynamic, it has to be, bond stature. It has to be, just bond in general. Like I'm a firm believer of that. Like, don't get me wrong, we got a good bond and stuff like that, but just
Hmm.
not into that, not into that promiscuous of a level. you know, if that makes sense. So
Hmm.
that's what I said before. I was like, don't get me wrong. And that's why I said, don't get me wrong. You are a very stunning and beautiful woman. But at the end of the day,
Thank you.
you messaged me at 3 o'clock. You messaged me that at 3 o'clock in the morning when my mindset is focusing on sleep. And then when he sees a comment like that, it reactivate overload. Let me be brutally honest and get my point across. but but yeah, you kind of threw me in the loop for that one. I was just like, listen, I'm just here to be a friend. I understand, like, if you thinking, my intentions was like, if you think my intentions are otherwise, like, don't get me wrong, it's not hard to notice that. But
Hmm.
because like obviously I'm the male, you're a female, we're opposite of genders. Like, I
Hmm.
understand why females, certain females are being cautious around this certain things. So
Yeah,
I
and that's
understand
why
that.
like it wasn't even really like um I forgot like what was asked. Oh, it's because you asked me like could you get to know me better? And then so I had said like, yeah, I have no problem getting to know you better. It's just like depends on what you mean by that. Because like that's what I am saying in regards to intentions. Because I could have just like said like left it there and being like, yeah, we can get to know each other better and then like continue on, but not knowing what either of our intentions are, it's going to be like I don't know, either one of us could have different motives. And so that's why I always try to make it so where I could just be like, what do you want? And I'll tell you what I want. And so it wasn't even trying to be like, oh, you tried to hit on me. It was more like, what do you want from me before we continue this conversation? You know?
Think about never what I said correctly. Talk, conversation, friendship, and yeah, if you need me, just message me. I think I said that correct.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm so in a nonchalant mood right now, but yeah, it's like I'm gonna make my intentions well known. It's just like it's up to people if they want to believe it or not. Like I understand what, from a female's perspective, what they go through with other guys, and previous guys, and stuff like that. Because like that goes back to the point you mentioned before. Those guys will be friends with you at first, not mention the other thing at first. Be like,
Exactly.
I want to get to know you better. Like when I mentioned that first, for me, when always mention that, obviously I want to be friends because like as a friend, I have to know more about you, so I won't say stupid shit that will make you uncomfortable.
Hmm.
So that's why I was kind of like, and the funny thing, I could have just got this point across without recording, but it's okay. Um, but yeah, it's like, that's the type of person I am kind of raising myself to be because like I don't know what people, is gonna think of me because like I got people that can't stand me for doing the goddamn word finishing move, but it's okay. But but yeah, it's like, that's the type of person I am. Now I was like, let me come at this a low and just see what what guidelines can be laid here, So
Hmm.
that's why I was coming at you.
Can I see the dog? I would like to
Uh,
see the dog.
well,
Where's the baby? Where's the baby?
at the end of the day, he's right here.
Oh, hi. Oh, he can't hear me, but hello.
You can hear me.
You're so cute.
He's like, "No," but 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 yeah, that's the certain way that I try to like, ground law type of things. Cause like at the end of the day, like that could be like if I meet people, let's say at parties, clubs, dances, and stuff like that. I'm always mindful and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's just like, I'm always mindful, but if I hear something about me, I'm gonna let you know. That is, I was like, I always say this to myself. I was like, if I hear something about me, I'm just gonna let them know that it's true because, like, I feel like for me, anybody, they always got to be mindful around this certain thing in order to like just be like, okay,
Hmm.
this guy's bad. Let me not be around this person. Like, I'm sure you probably got so many crazy stories, but like I did say he's going to get distracted because, like, you're nervous and I'm tired, so it's understandable.
I mean, I'm chilling. I feel better. Oh, well, it's like what? You're what,
2
3 hours?
p.m. Yeah, 6:22 p.m.
Uh, you
Yeah.
said you work overnight?
Yes, ma'am. I did double today too. I slept when I got in, and I was like, "Oh shoot, let me message you." That's when you messaged me, you saying you was good to go. I was like, "Okay, let me hurry up and like
See, that's why
get
like
up."
I feel like, like the differences in energy because I'm like, woo, and then you're like, very level head. I'm like, dang, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm too loud. How am I loud? And so, uh, but I used to work overnight shifts. So did you say you wanted to end this? I'll be talking. What did you say?
I didn't. I got like 12 minutes left. I ain't in this yet, but
Oh, okay, 12
uh,
minutes.
but
Okay.
um, but yeah, like yeah, like just help me out from time to time. I was just like, yeah, I need to take care of this, take care of that. Like,
Hmm.
mm-mm. Like things need to be taken care of, and then that kind of goes back because we kind of sidetracked with what you were saying, and you said like dance clips, like no, no, you said what you wanted to do for your YouTube. Never mind. Is there like a specific goal in mind that you have too?
Um, like I was saying earlier, it's like I don't want to be like huge. Like, I don't know, maybe like no, I was gonna say 1 million subscribers, maybe even less. Like honestly, I'd just be chilling. I just be making stuff. And well, my main goal is to blow up and then to act like I don't know nobody. Arr, 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 arr. Anyways, my main goal is to just like be able to do this as a job. And then like if I'm able to be paid as much I'm being paid right now, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like then I'm like, this is literally like my job. Like I'm not trying to be like no billionaire, have a baby by me, maybe be a billionaire. Like I'm just trying to be comfortable. Like I don't want nothing crazy, money is the root of all evil. I'm be vibing. And I have like a lot of stuff to do. And that's like another thing is that I'm like I love making content and entertaining people. I love when like people tell me like, "Oh yeah, I watched your video and I thought it was funny." And I was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." Is more like I'm like a live-in caregiver for my mom.
Mhm.
And so taking care of my mom is like one of like my biggest priorities and having to like go to work for 8 hours and like I work like 30 minutes away from my job is kind of like annoying because I just want to make excuse me, I want to make sure she's okay and like, constantly be there for her. And I have like 1,000,001 things to do around the house. So it's like I want to keep doing things at home, keep up a good spiritual routine and workout routine and stuff like that. So if I'm able to like make my own schedule, like that's where I want to be in regards to like being a content creator is to be like, oh yeah, I can make a video, I can do this, I can do that, and I'm chilling and I don't have to worry about all the other things I have to worry about in my life. I'm just like stay home with my mom and take care of my house, take care of my mental health, take care of my physical health and you know, like that's my goal is
Mhm.
just be the best version of myself that I can be. So, yeah.
I mean, dude, hey, respect to you. Understand, that life of being a caregiver. I mean, obviously, I'm not anymore, but I understand, how, what's the word? Tough that
Oh,
can
what?
be. Cause I
Packed?
said, no, tough.
Tough. Oh.
Yeah, like I understand how tough that can it can be. Cause like with my uncle, he was like, cause we used to be one too. Like that give me around the duties taking care of. He was like, he always hated that, caregiving type of thing. He's like, the fact that you taking care of me, I just hate it because I don't let nobody pick me up. So it's like I understand, how tough it is. Like, somebody said it was mentally draining, but I don't think it's mentally draining when it comes to a family member, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's all you do it out of love.
Yeah. It's not
So,
really mentally draining, besides when they can't make up their mind about certain foods that they want, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, besides that, it's not really mentally draining when it comes to family members because like I will fight for family. Yeah, kind of, but it's a long story. I'll explain later. But like I will fight with family, close friends, and yes, that's including you. So, but I,
we're close friends.
mm, but yeah, it's just like I'm normally like more of a fighter, a lover, and it's just like I kind of like look at things with a calm, level head, even though that's kind of a lot sometimes. But I kind of try to at least look at things with a calm, level head and everything. And yeah, with 6 minutes left going into this, kind of like the purpose of me doing this, I always ask people that have guests on that have as a guest, like what was like advice a person gave to you back then, and like what would be advice that people would you give to people now? Like you can be a big or small content creator, no pun intended, but um like what advice would you give to people? Because I know you post advice long than a lot too.
You said I post advice a lot?
You don't hit me and tell me that you don't post
No,
like advice.
I'm like literally going deaf. Like I genuinely couldn't. I'm like asking you to repeat yourself because I can't hear you.
No, 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 no. I was like, don't pretend like I don't see you post quotes in your stories.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I post quotes and like and scriptures and like I'll when I post a picture, sometimes at the very end I'll post like a quote that I find. But like I don't know, my biggest thing that I t tell people, I guess, is like you can't love somebody if you don't love yourself because it's really challenging. And I know a lot of people believe that. I used to believe it myself too. Like, oh no, like I can be at a low point and then love somebody and we can grow together. But like, no, that's you'll usually end up tearing each other down because of that. And so you want to be on the same page. Um, because it really is difficult. Like those insecurities, they really drag you down and they drag the other person down. And it could be in any relationship, like not just like romantic, like literally just like, friendships, because that's happened to me before, is like I didn't love myself and I was way too dependent on my friend, and that like really, caused like our downfall. And so like it happens. And so that's something I try to like tell people is like, get good. That's my favorite thing to say to people is get good. I'm trying to get good.
I say there's nothing wrong with being dependent on people. Sometimes it just depends on the crowd of people that you're being dependent on.
Yeah. Obviously it's always good to like if you need help and people are able to give it to you, definitely accept it. It's not that what I mean about being dependent on somebody. It's like being being codependent on them, and they are the main source of your happiness. And when it's like that, then it's like they can't be their own person. And because you see them in this type of state and you put them on this pedestal. And so if they mess up or if they do something that you might not like, even though it's their life, it
Mhm.
messes with you, because that's literally how I was, and that's how sometimes like people can be towards me. And
Mhm.
then after like I see that, I'm like, oh dang, like it's not healthy when you depend on somebody like that to be your main source of happiness. Because if you're like, oh well, I don't really like when my friend does this or my friend has other friends, even that, like that jealousy of being like, oh, my best friend has other friends, you should only be hanging out with me. Why don't you text me back? Like, I just texted you. Why did it take you like 3 hours to respond? Or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we all have our own lives. And that's what I mean by that. It's like having that dependency on people. It could be toxic and it could be sad. So trying to find that love, that inner love and self-love is like so you don't have to depend on others um and other people's happiness for your own mental states and your own happiness and all that jazz.
Oh no, you're right. You know, you just literally described what I just said. But no, you're right though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong. Like that's a wrong thing, but at some point there's nothing wrong too, as long as like you said, it's not consistent and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Cause like, you know, I mean, cause like for me, I mean, I used to be like that, and I kind of just like, and I kind of just learned that. I kind of just learned that the hard way. Give me
Hmm.
1 second. Stop messing with your hoodie, because I'm not getting you another one. Um, I kind of just learned that the hard way, and I was like, yeah, I really got to stop being dependent on people because these people wasn't really there for me to begin with. So
Mm.
I get what you mean by that, but at the end of the day, because when I messaged you, I was like, I mean, I'm up 24 hours a day. So if you need me throughout the day to just talk or give my advice on things, don't hesitate to let me know. You thought I was joking.
It's like you need to
I
go to sleep.
went to sleep, but it's not. It won't. It's like it's no talking stand. I will wake up, be like, okay, who messaged me? Be like, hey, you got a question on this? Answer that. Go back to sleep. Then you message a minute later, be like, okay, she's one of my close friends, so let me just give her advice for like the next hour or so.
Hmm.
So I'm usually that type of person now because like I want to be there for people, knowing that I know some people aren't going to be there for me too. Like don't get me wrong, I know you are, but at the end of the day. I don't
Hmm.
want to beat myself up over, okay, well, oh, sorry.
You just
No,
hit me? You
no,
just
no,
hit
no, no, no,
me.
no, 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 no. I saw my dog try to grab for my freaking headphone. I was like, boy, if you bite it, I'm gonna lose my mind. But like, there's nothing wrong with and I lost my train of thought. There's nothing wrong, with that, but that whole dynamic and all that kind of just changed my aspects on certain people. Like I still believe that not everybody do these sort of things. Because not everybody does these type of things back and forth. But at the end of the day, it's just like like I want to continue being there for people that was there for me, and I'm a firm believer of resurgence. Bringing peace, bringing peace, and yeah, that's the type of person that I am in regards to that.
Mhm.
And completely off topic because we just dropped past time. Did you say you finished editing the new Spider-Man part? Then you got something else you need to take care of too?
Yeah, I was gonna record another video.
Okay. Why don't you tell me that now? And the next thing you mess me later, be like, I didn't record the video. You hit me with that before. Mhm.
I think it was probably because of like with the first with when blah, 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 blah. When Spider-Man 2 had come out, I told you I was going to record it, but then I never got around to it. And then the only reason why I beat the game was because I got sick and I was at home and I was like, dang, all I want to do is play Spider-Man. Like I'm under a lot of stress and I'm sick, let me just play the game. Whatever. I'm not gonna record it. It's fine. And then now I'm like, dang, I should have recorded it. So that's what I'm doing now, is actually recording the gameplay after I had already beaten the game. So
So it's basically just like a fake playthrough, pretty much.
yeah. I mean, but it's
Not
still
really, but
real.
it's still
It's
real.
my reactions are real. I just know what's going to happen. I remember major plot points. I don't remember like small things, all the small things. Like for example, like I was just playing the last time I played and I was like, "Oh, I don't remember this." And I was like, "Oh, I forgot that I hated this the first time I played it." And it was only like a few months ago, but then like yeah, I just remember the big things, which will be a secret even though I feel like everybody's already seen it or played it already. So it's like they're not really like waiting on my gameplay, but there are some people who do wait for it. But anyways, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah.
I, I mean, it's like I'm like that the same way too, but it's just like I'm always like that when it comes to anime because I know somebody that watched this specific part or read this specific part of the manga and that certain part gets anime, I was like, you know what's gonna happen. Don't have me
Yeah.
remind you. I will make this worse for you. Keep trying me. Like, no, like we are not here to I didn't know this part was gonna happen. Now look at you like you're a manga reader. You
It was
knew
like
this
you,
was
but you're a manga. Yeah, like you knew what was gonna happen. Like, don't be. Yeah, no.
uh, this is like a pretty cool laid back episode. I ain't gonna lie, because you see me talking up a storm the last three, but yeah, like, it's a pretty cool laid back episode. Like, we got a lot out that we need to get out, even though I knew it was gonna be distracted for half the time.
Yep.
But like for your first podcast, like, like you said, nothing to be nervous about because like the more you do it, the more it gets better and to the point where you may do your own. So
Yeah.
I hope it's like a weight lifted off your chest, maybe, or something, because I didn't think you would get that nervous
Sure.
easily.
Yeah.
But okay, cool, cool, cool. But yeah,
Cool, cool, cool.
but thanks to everybody that paid attention to episode 39 of this podcast.
39.
Thank you to Thank you to Miss. I cannot get that out of my head. Thank you for Miss Mia.
Mia is online. Really good. That
For
reminds me of like your name. So your name is Anthony. It reminds me of when we like first met and I was like, what is your name? And I forgot what you told me what your name was or what like how to pronounce it.
no, no, no. I told you it was Anthony. You can call me Anthony,
I
aka Wolf
know
Shade or Kiyoshi.
exactly. Yeah, but you put it like all together. It was like you said Anthony or Anthony will say something something. And I was like,
Oh
wait,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
do I say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback or like what or is it just Anthony? And so yeah, and I am Mia. Mia is online on
Yep, you heard.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, you heard the girl. Make sure you go follow her, check her out, and all that. And yeah, yeah, cause I got a whole instances of part twos right now. Just letting you know. Off
Oh,
topic. When are you free again?
I gotta check my calendar. But because like I said, I'm a busy bee, but I'm usually off. I'm off Sundays and Tuesdays. But because I am my mom's caregiver, I also take her to her doctor's appointments on those days because those are my only days to do it. So,
Okay, we'll talk about it.
yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about it. And we'll
yeah,
link
we'll talk about that because people, I don't know why they always want a part two, but yeah,
it.
we'll make sure to get that by you guys before the month is out. So yeah, thank you for everybody that stayed tuned to the episode and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you for joining me.
of
Don't you dare
course.
leave yet, but yeah, thank you for joining me, and yeah, stay tuned to when it's uploaded.